What is one thing? There has to be one thing that you can be thankful for or that you can create a moment of gratitude for. Welcome to the Overwhelmed to Resilient podcast. I'm Dr. Phyllis, your host. Today is episode number 20. I'm so excited to have you back with me today. In today's episode, we will look at how a moment of gratitude can break the rinse and repeat mindset. Let me ask you a question. Do you ever find yourself just feeling like you're continuously on this treadmill and you just keep running, 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 but you don't seem to get anywhere? Or what's going on around you just seems to be the same. Every day is the same to-do list, the same questions. What you see every day is the same. It just feels like the same. You literally feel like you're on this daily rinse and repeat schedule. And with a washing machine, it's just rinse and repeat. It's just the same. Around and around and around. It's the same thing day out and day in. And it can be very frustrating. You can feel discouraged. You are wearing all the hats, you're doing everything for everyone, you're helping them be their best, yet you feel stuck. You just feel like there's nothing new, there's nothing inspiring, there's nothing fresh going on. Well, I am here to tell you that just by creating, not even creating, just recognizing a moment, being present for a moment of gratitude can ignite inspiration that becomes aspirational, and you find the energy to thrive instead of just surviving while you're wearing all the hats. I've been thinking about this because my mind went back to my father. I have been very cognizant or thoughtful that over the past months, life has been very, very crazy. Just a lot of new hats added to my plate and continuingly to do as I always encourage you to do, to keep thriving and not just surviving in the midst of everything, of juggling everything. And I those who know me know I love hot tubs, I love jacuzzi tubs, and because life has just been so crazy lately, I haven't had a chance to do that. It's usually run in, get my shower, head out for the day. And I have to do a little side thing. Just to let you know, it's okay. Sometimes life will throw you some curveballs. So all the great routines that you put in place, you got to flex up a little bit because you just don't necessarily have that same schedule. So again, you have to find a way to thrive in the midst of the new. I don't know if we should say new normal. I know people are just so tired of hearing that since COVID. So you have to find a new way. You have to find a new definition of what it means to thrive. You have to find a new way to thrive. So back to my love of hot tubs and jacuzzi tubs. And I decided that I was going to get back into my jacuzzi tub. It's not anything major. Many, many years ago, as many renovations happen, my husband and I kind of got somewhat pushed into having to renovate because there were some problems in one of our bathrooms. So I decided to do the extra stretch and get my Home Depot form of a jacuzzi tub. So it's the same size as a regular bathtub, but it is jacuzzi tub. So I have to admit, over the past month, it's become the storage reciprocal for clothes and everything else because, again, life's been a little bit crazy. But I was determined the other day that I was going to get those things out of that bathtub and I was going to get back in that bathtub because I needed to do something for me. It just had been crazy. So I got in that jacuzzi tub. Y'all, I tell you, I was in heaven. In those 15 minutes, I felt so connected with me. I found myself saying, "Lord, thank you so much." Oh, I just thanked God for the feeling of the hot water. And I think I also was just thanking him because I had done something that I enjoy to do. I loved it. So in that moment, my mind went to my dad. And I remember my dad frequently saying, after he, had started his day and we talk and say, "Well, how are you doing?" He said, "I had a great shower." Now, back then I was like, okay, you had a great shower, started your day, great. But I have to say, at this age, at this time of my life, and my dad passed away in 2002. Now being at my age, in my 50s, I realize really why that was so important that he had had a great shower. It wasn't just I had a great shower. I feel that he was saying that he really appreciated that hot shower. Because understand, this was a man who was born in 1930 back in the country, in a small town in Texas, segregated Texas, who was brought up with very simple means. I mean, they didn't have a lot. My grandmother washed. I'm just going to break it down. She used to wash for people. Back then, you're talking about washing on a washing board by hand to take care of her family. They were poor. They did not have a lot at all. He talked about putting paper, like finding old newspaper or phone books, paper, and putting it in his shoes. How people would laugh at him because they had holes in their shoes or holes in their clothes, and how he joined the military to get an opportunity for an education. How he went to Korea and, oh my gosh, bless him, to serve and fight for our country, and, I can't imagine what those conditions were back then, and to be able to, with the grace, the blessing of God, to make it back and to be able to advance his education even more, to get married, to have a family, move to California, and have many things that he could have only dreamt of when he was coming up in Texas as a little boy. So, the ability to have a shower, the ability to have hot water that just comes on when you turn the faucet, even at his age, be it in his 50s or his 60s or his 70s, a hot shower continually meant a lot to him. The reason I share this with you is bringing it forward to now and back to me and my jacuzzi tub is I use something I loved. the jacuzzi tub. 15 minutes, that was short. I've been known to go longer than that. Yet, I the first thing that came to my mind was thanking God for I just found thanking him for allowing me to be able to take a moment and get in my jacuzzi tub. And I ask you today, what is one thing? There has to be one thing that you can be thankful for or that you can create a moment of gratitude for that will allow you to step off of that treadmill, that hamster wheel, that rinse and repeat to really establish a sense of presence and to feel like you're alive and take a moment to connect with God and just thank Him. What is that one thing of gratitude that you can do today? You can acknowledge today. Is it your health? Is it the roof over your head? Is it the fact that God has enabled you with the courage and the physical and the mental and the spiritual strength to wear all the hats that you wear and to take care of all the people that you take care of? And that the gratitude that you didn't end up like someone else that you know that's not doing so well? Or is it thanking him for just that great cup of coffee? I'm not trying to be silly. We have to create those moments of gratitude. We have to create those moments of presence. Nobody's going to give it to you. No one's going to say, "Oh my gosh, you've just been doing so much for us that we want to, you need to take a break. Go take a break." Yeah, every once in a while, people will do that. And it's not that they don't care. Everyone's up in their own stuff, but you have to do it. You can't wait for someone to create that gratitude for you. And you can't put it off because you're waiting for some big grandiose event to make you feel grateful for something. Waking up in the morning, that's a blessing. Waking up in the morning with a portion of health, some mental clarity, ability to move your legs and your arms to whatever extent that you can, to have a roof over your head, to have family or friends, to have a job, to be able to get outside and feel the air on your face, to drink that great cup of coffee or tea or whatever it is that you enjoy. I want you today that while you're driving, maybe turn the radio off. When you're out there walking, maybe turn that music or whatever it is just for a couple moments and listen to the birds chirping. Look around and look in the trees. Or when you're taking that shower or that bath, stop and just think of what you can be grateful for and not just think about what you have to do after you're done with your bath or your shower. Creating a moment of gratitude so that you can break that cycle of rinse and repeat will do wonders. What moment of gratitude will you create today? What are you grateful for today? I want you to think of one thing. If you have more, wonderful. Because to be honest, there's multiple things that most of us can cite as something or someone we're grateful for. So today, have a moment of gratitude so that you can break your rinse and repeat mindset. It will do wonders for you. And I will be looking for you back here for episode number 21 of the Overwhelmed to Resilient podcast. If you haven't done already, please like and subscribe. We are available on all major social platforms. I love you. I pray for you. I'm thinking of you. You got this. And I'll see you next time on the Overwhelmed to Resilient podcast. Take care now. Bye bye.